Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. That special time every week where the world huddles around their YouTube screens to get all of their stock market related questions answered and further their trading education by listening to the rants of the Lincoln himself. Welcome to Happy Hour with the Lincoln, episode number 57. Now that was a bit of a stretch, obviously, but who's ever watching, wherever you are, I want to say thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting the happy hours. And as always, if you have questions that you would like for me to share with the trading community and feature in some of these upcoming happy hours, right here's the email, support@thelincolnlist.com. Also, don't forget that if you want to trade live with us each day, you're trying to further your trading business, you're trying to go to another level with your trading, right here's the link to our live trade room. Every day we trade live. It will definitely help you become a better trader. If you click that, you'll be directed right to our room and you can start trading with us right away. Now, the last thing I want to talk about before we get into this question today is going to be this weekend. This weekend right here will be the last weekend that you can enroll in our mini camp course. It starts on Monday. We're going to have 5 classes. There are a couple hours each. We're going to talk about our 4 main strategies. You get the free Trading as an Art DVD with it and free access to our live trading room, the complete package, so you can learn our strategies and you can learn them in real time as well as trade along with us in our trade room. So somewhere on this screen, I shall post the link. Now, I've got a really interesting question. It's going to be the only question I'm going to talk about today because I feel like this is what I want to talk about. So I'm going to get right into it here with the question for this happy hour. And the question for today is negativity. Doug, I love your videos, and I think you're a stand-up guy. But for somebody who is successful at trading and has made so much money, you talk so bad about it. Shouldn't you show your gratitude more for what trading has provided you? The other traders on YouTube and the web are much happier than you and speak highly of trading. Have you thought that if you were not so negative, you would be a better trader and a better person? I love you. I'm only giving you constructive criticism. Hey, let me ask you something. My friend. Have you ever traded a stock before? Have you ever started a business or been in a business where your back was against the wall and your entire world was caving in on you and you're sitting there just barely hanging on by a thread and you're just ready to snap because every single thing you are doing is backfiring on you? Have you been in a situation like that? Have you been in that kind of situation where you felt trapped and helpless, that no matter what course of action, no matter how aggressive, no matter how hard you kept pressing forward, that it just kept getting worse? Have you been in that situation? Until you have been in that situation, you can't respect the glory of winning until you've suffered those types of defeat. Now, the reason I say that is because oftentimes my curmudgeoning and my sarcasm can come across as negativity, and it's not. I am very fortunate, I am very thankful, and I am a happy person in life. However, you will not find a successful trader that is truly happy about trading. Okay? Now I'm going to repeat that. You will not find a real successful trader who's truly happy about trading. This is a business, and oftentimes it could be disguised as negativity, but it's true competitiveness. Now, one of the reasons that I come across this way is because I can't stand the bullshit. Really, I can't, because I've been in a situation there where I have fallen for what you're saying here, where the other traders on YouTube and the web are much happier. You got a lot of people out there that are always telling you, look, I work 3 hours a day, I make $600 or $700, and I hang out at the beach, I go have cocktails, I have a sandwich. That's bullshit. I've been around this business for 20 years. I've met thousands upon thousands of traders. I've met rich ones, I've met poor ones, I've met ones in between, and every trader, Warren Buffett, everybody goes through good times and they go through bad times. It's those bad times that really, really hurt us and hurt our psychology and cause us to go through these deep emotional periods of time where we end up, consciously or subconsciously doing more damage. And because I was in that situation, again, I told my story 100 times. I'm not going to go back there. There's no way I'm going to sit here and tell you that you're going to just walk in somewhere, piggyback off of someone, and make a couple of $100 every single day, and this shit's going to be easy for you. I refuse to do it. I know it would help my business better. I know it's counterproductive to what I'm trying to do when I'm selling membership services and education. But it's the way I am because I have been in that situation. I watched 2 of my accounts disintegrate right in front of me on my bad behavior, on my poor decision-making capabilities, and my want to try to be somebody special and do something special. I totally grenaded everything. And I tried to follow all of this good stuff. You know, it wasn't as prevalent as it, back in 2000, 2001. It wasn't as prevalent as it is now. But I just can't tolerate it because you know what? Everybody, I swear to God, everybody, I've been doing it for 20 years. I still get pissed off about certain things. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is oftentimes negativity can be confused for competitiveness. I want you guys to understand that we are in a performance-based business, and we are judged by our performance. What matters when it comes time to pay your mortgage payment, your utility payments, is your performance. You are paid for your performance. And anybody in a performance-based business is a competitive person. And a competitive person, a true competitive person, isn't always thinking about money. They're also thinking about winning, right? It goes beyond just money. It's winning. So there's been certain times, there's a lot of us in our trade room, I've had $10,000 days before, and I've been pissed off about it because it's my competitive nature. Because I look back, I don't look at all the greatness and go, yeah, I made 6,000 or 7,000 on that trade, or I had a really great day. I think, just naturally as a competitive human being, I think about where did I go wrong? Because that's what winners do. They don't sit there and pound their chest over winners. That's the bullshit that these furroos do on social media. They pound their chest over a win. We're not sitting there gloating wins. We expect to win. When we don't win, we want to know what the problem is. We want to know why we're not winning. We want to know why. So if I make $10,000 a day, I'm more pissed off about the $50 loser, or the one that got away, or I'll sometimes say, well, it could have been 15 if I would have done this, or I would have done that, I would have done this. Now, a lot of people think that's crazy, but that's how really successful people get more successful. That's how you see billionaires. Let's take a guy like Bezoz, right? Let's take a guy. He's a great example of this. Even Zuckerberg, right? Here's a guy, he had all the money in the world when he was running Amazon a decade ago. He had all the money he needed to last for multiple generations and buy anything that he ever wanted to. But no, that wasn't enough for him. He had to start taking over things. He's buying grocery stores, he's taking over prescription drugs, he's burying every retail establishment. And this is a guy who started out with a bookstore, right? So the point is, he's got plenty of money. He does not need to get up and go to work. He can just wander off and never deal with this crap again. But that's not what he's really in for it. He's in for it at the money, but he's also a competitive person, and he wants domination, right? You guys saw the movie Social Network, right? You saw the story about Zuckerberg, whether a lot of it was true or not, but we all know the story about it, right? He turned his back on the people that helped him get to where he is. He shit on people, excuse my language. And look where he is today. That's just how these people work, because it's not about money. And he wears a freaking hoodie, right? Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, these guys, they may come across as soft and gentle, but they're tenacious. They're savages in the world of business, because it's not just about money for them. It's about total domination, right? Total domination. Yeah. And that's what you're after in your business. If you want to be successful at this, you have to have the attitude of total domination. There is never a perfect day trading, because there's always something that you could have done better. And I don't mean that just for trading, guys. I'm shooting straight from the hip right here, telling you exactly how it is. You're going to run a retail store. You're going to go start a website. You're going to run a business. You're going to build something. You're going to create an invention. You're going to go out and you're going to seek a goal. You have to be tenacious. You have to kick ass. You have to destroy everyone in front of you. And that's the attitude that you have to have in order to be successful. Softies that make $100 in the morning and go have a sandwich in the afternoon do not exist. You have to work relentlessly at what you're doing. One of the favorite stories, I've told this to a lot of people in my trade room. I'm sure you guys watched football and stuff like that. Story about Jerry Rice. I find this one of the greatest stories I've ever heard when it comes to competitiveness and just tenacity, right? We all know what a great player he was, and in some eyes, the greatest football player to ever play the game. At his third Super Bowl in 1995, he catches 3 touchdown passes, right? He doesn't get the MVP, but he's been a Super Bowl MVP. So he wins his third Super Bowl. He breaks the record for touchdowns caught in a Super Bowl. He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer at this time. He's regarded amongst his peers as probably the greatest receiver that has ever played the game. So from this standpoint, after winning his third Super Bowl, this dude ain't got nothing to prove, right? He has nothing to prove. He's already a legend. Nothing. But right after the Super Bowl, the day after the Super Bowl, before they're leaving Miami, okay, he's already won the Super Bowl. The day after they're leaving, the players see him outside in the parking lot, running sprints and running routes. This guy just won his third Super Bowl. He's a multi-millionaire, the best receiver ever to play the game, a first ballot Hall of Famer. And what is he doing the day after the Super Bowl? He's running routes because he thinks he made a mistake in the game. He caught 3 touchdown passes and he still thinks he made a mistake. So I think you guys kind of understand what I'm saying. There's different levels. I mean, sometimes people are just psycho crazy, you know, and you know that can be bad, that can be good. But the point in all of this, it's not negativity, it's competitiveness. And for those of us that stay in the game, I mean, I can retire right now if I wanted to. I don't have Bezoz money, obviously. I know I got enough money to do what I want to do for the rest of my life. I do what I do because I love it. I'm not negative about it. I love it. But I have a love-hate relationship for trading. I'm not going to paint the picture that this whole entire industry is rosy and it's full of unicorns and crap like it. Because you know what? It's not. It is not. You will pay the price. You will struggle. You will get pissed off. I still do it after 20 years. I still get mad about certain things that I do wrong. I still have slip-ups. I still have mistakes. I still do good things. I do bad things. But I'm always trying to improve. And when you're a competitive person, and you attack life in a competitive nature, and you want the best for you and your family, and you want to succeed to the best of your ability, this is what you got to do. Because if I make 5,000 one day, I want to make 10,000 the next, and 12,000 or 15,000 the next. I mean, that's just the way a competitive nature, and that's the skill set. That's the kind of determination and the thought process that you're going to have when you come into trading. And not just trading. I know I usually use trading as a reference, but this is any business. I mean, you're going to have to go for blood like a savage if you want to be successful. I mean, that's all there is to it. So I'm all perspiring. I'm done. I'm done with the rant today. Don't forget, man, if you want to take that first step, and you really want a hands-on viewpoint of what trading is really like, the lifestyle of a trader. You want to know what that's like to walk in those shoes and be successful? Go visit our mini camp. This is the last week to register. Do it. Take that first step. Start with us Monday. We'll get it all started. We'll start pointing you in the right direction on how to trade. Until the next time, trade well. Thanks for watching Happy Hour. Take care.